Following the sacking of Thomas Tuchel, it was confirmed that Graham Potter would be taking on the role as Chelsea boss after the club met his release clause at Brighton and Hove Albion. Potter inherits a talented squad, but one that has endured a disappointing start to the season, which has included defeats to Leeds, Southampton, and most recently, Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League. The young manager faces a big task to turn his new team's form around, and here are some of the biggest issues he must fix in order to do so. Number 1. Fix Chelsea's creative struggles. Clearly, Chelsea have the quality of player available to be one of the best attacking and most creative teams in the Premier League. But this has not proven to be the case so far this season. The Blues have scored just 8 goals in the first 6 games of the season, tied 8th with newly promoted Fulham. A case of missed chances? Not really. According to football statistics website FBref, Chelsea ranked just 12th for shot creating actions, such as passes, dribbles or fouls won, pointing to their lack of creativity this season. Tuchel could not get to the bottom of why this was, or he could, but could not effectively communicate a fix to the problem on the pitch. Despite all the attacking talent Chelsea possess, they just haven't been able to create good opportunities at a consistent enough rate to win games this season. More worryingly, despite the team's lack of goals this season, FBref says the Blues have actually outperformed their expected goals figure so far this league campaign. This is Potter's biggest priority upon taking over. Is it simply a case of too many players not playing at their best, combined with a lack of confidence? Or are there tactical tweaks which can help address the problem? That's for the new boss to find out. That brings us nicely onto the next point, getting the best out of midfielder Mason Mount. Mount was one of Chelsea's most important players last season, scoring 11 goals and notching 10 assists in the Premier League, while also playing a crucial role in helping his team reach the finals of both the FA Cup and the League Cup. According to FBref, over the last 365 days, Mount ranks in the 82nd percentile compared with other attacking midfielders and wingers in Europe's top 5 leagues for assists, and in the 80th percentile for the number of progressive passes made per 90 minutes. At his best, he is one of the most creative midfielders in Europe. But the 23-year-old has not made the start to the season that he would have been hoping for, and is yet to score or assist in the opening 6 games of the Premier League season, despite playing a key role in setting up Raheem Sterling's opener in the 2-1 defeat to Southampton. While not always indicative of overall performance level, the lack of goal contributions in this case represents an underwhelming start to the season for Mount. While versatility has always been one of Mount's strengths, thanks to his ability to play across the front line and in midfield, the constant changing of his position under Tuchel at times this season has not helped him. Having a settled role in the team, preferably as the most attacking midfielder in the 3 or as an outright number 10, could help to get the best out of Mount by ensuring he can get on the ball in the positions where he can be most effective. Potter building his system at Chelsea around Mount's strengths would certainly help to address those concerns around creativity and ensure results improve in the short term. At the other end of the pitch, tightening up at the back and preventing the conceding of such soft goals will be crucial. This was a big point made by Thomas Tuchel before he left Chelsea, even going as far to say that his team needed to toughen up following the defeat to Southampton.
If they, even more important, if these key players are missing, you need to show different mentality. You need to show different mentality. It's not enough at the moment to win in Leeds and Southampton. There's no shame in it. We are humble enough to accept that we can lose football matches, although we hate it, but it's too easy. It's too easy to push us off the track. It's too easy to win challenges. It's too easy to bully us.
Defensive solidity and an ability to keep teams out was what made Tuchel's Chelsea so successful in his early days, and was a huge part of how he was able to guide the team to winning the Champions League. But defence has quickly become an issue for Chelsea, rather than a strength. Tuchel's team conceded just 24 times in his first 50 games in charge, compared with 53 in his last 50. The frustrating thing for Chelsea is that many of the goals conceded this season have been very avoidable. Take the 3-0 defeat to Leeds as an example, which included a goalkeeping error from Edouard Mendy and a lapse in concentration from a set piece to go 2-0 down. The goals against Southampton were similarly poor, with a lack of closing down and pressure on the ball ruthlessly exposed in the first half. Potter has the task of trying to minimise mistakes while making Chelsea harder to beat again, something which he was able to do well while in charge at Brighton. And finally, decide on his attacking options. Chelsea have a plethora of attacking talent at their disposal. With the additions of Raheem Sterling and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang this summer, Potter will have some tough decisions to make, particularly in the wide areas, where the likes of Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech are still vying for a spot in the team. Chelsea probably have too many options in those attacking areas, and streamlining the squad in the coming transfer windows makes a lot of sense. Ziyech and Pulisic are two very talented players, but have again found their game time in the Premier League limited this season, particularly Ziyech. Potter has some big calls to make over who will form a part of his attack and who will be allowed to leave for more game time. It will also be intriguing to see how he manages the situation around Aubameyang, given a big part of why the striker joined Chelsea was to reunite with his former boss Tuchel, and played just an hour of game time before the German was sacked. Callum Hudson-Odoi returning from his loan spell at Bayer Leverkusen at the end of the season further complicates things. It will be up to Potter to decide which of the options he has will form a key part of his attack moving forward, which could also include bringing in his own signings, and which could be allowed to leave in pursuit of more game time, as Hudson-Odoi has been allowed to do this season. Managers live and die by these decisions, and Potter simply has to pick the right personnel to form his attacking lineup in order to be a success at Chelsea. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and comment below on what you think Graham Potter's biggest challenges are as Chelsea boss.